Good Will Hunting is about an extremely intelligent young man that is wasting his potential in life, but not in the way people might think. We're talking all about it this week in Caden's Movie Club. Spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it, beat it. The story follows Will Hunting. He works as a janitor at MIT and in his free time hangs out with his friends, drinking and getting into fights.
It's me, Will. Remember we went to kindergarten together.
To most people, he just seems like another guy, but he's actually a genius. He can internalize complex information at a rapid pace. It doesn't matter if it's literature, history, or math, it comes naturally to him. A person with skills like this could accomplish almost anything they want to. He could be a renowned scientist or a mathematician or a top government official, a lawyer, a doctor, anything, but he chooses not to. Because of this, Will is kind of a mystery, and the movie presents several characters that try to figure out why Will makes the choices that he does. First is Lambo, a professor at MIT. As a contest for his students, he puts a complicated formula on the chalkboard, but Will solves it while he's cleaning the hallway.
Sorry.
What do you do?
Sorry.
That's people's work. You can't graffiti here.
Lambo then takes Will under his wing. He immediately sees that Will's abilities could have a massive impact in the world. The only problem is that Will has had trouble with the law. He was only able to avoid jail on two conditions: that Lambo would supervise him and that he would see a therapist. Will is sent to multiple highly renowned therapists, but he outsmarts all of them. So the therapists refuse to work with him. This leads Lambo to his last resort, an old roommate who now works at a community college. Sean McGuire presents the other main perspective through which we see Will. When they first meet, Will tries to do the same thing with Sean as with all the other therapists, and when he hits a nerve, things get pretty intense.
You married the wrong woman. What happened? Why'd she leave you?
If you ever disrespect my wife again, I will end you.
We find out that Sean has recently lost his wife to cancer, but despite this difficult first meeting, Sean commits to seeing Will again. From here on, we see Will pursue two parallel paths as he progresses in his work with Sean, his therapist, and Lambo, his mentor. With Lambo, Will continues to prove that he's a genius, so Lambo starts to set up meetings with prestigious employers. But Will continues to resist that path. He doesn't show up to these meetings or makes a joke out of them, like when he sends his best friend in his place. This drives Lambo crazy, and not just because Will is being rude, but because he sees everybody in terms of potential value. We see this in how he looks down on Sean.
Now don't you do that, Sean.
What, Jerry?
Don't you do that. Don't infect him with the idea that it's okay to quit, that it's okay to be a failure, because it's not okay, Sean. And if you're angry at me for being successful, for being what you could have been, Sean.
I'm not angry at you, Jerry.
Oh, yes, you're angry at me, Sean. You resent me.
He knows Sean is a brilliant psychologist, but thinks he's a failure because he works at a community college. So when Will repeatedly refuses to embrace his potential, Lambo can't understand it.
Most days I wish I never met you. Because then I could sleep at night. I didn't have to walk around with the knowledge that there was someone like you out there. I didn't have to watch you throw it all away.
But for Will, all of the things Lambo is offering don't mean anything. And we find out why through Will's sessions with Sean. Will has started dating Skylar, a student at Harvard. They have a lot of chemistry and it seems like the makings of a great relationship, but Will refuses to really open up to her. For instance, he lies about his family, saying that he has 12 older brothers to hide the fact that he was actually a foster kid living in an abusive home. Will tries to tell Sean that the reason he doesn't want to commit to Skylar is that even though she seems perfect now, he'll eventually see her flaws. Sean sees right through this charade. Will isn't worried about Skylar's imperfections, he's worried about his own.
It's different from most of the girls I've been with.
So call her up, Romeo.
Why? So I can realize she's not that smart, that she's boring? You know, I mean, this girl's like perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that. But I think that's a super philosophy, Will. That way you can go through your entire life without ever having to really know anybody.
He doesn't want her to find out the truth, that he's terrified of love. As Sean puts it,
why is he hiding? Why doesn't he trust anybody? Because the first thing that happened to him, he was abandoned by the people who were supposed to love him the most.
Oh, come on, don't give me that Freud.
No, he pushes people away before they have a chance to leave him. It's a defense mechanism, all right? And for 20 years, he's been alone because of that. And if you push him right now, it's going to be the same thing all over again, and I'm not going to let that happen to him.
and we see this come to a head when Skylar asks Will to move across the country with her.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me. Because if you say that, then I won't call you. And I won't be in your life.
I don't love you.
Sean is eventually able to help Will understand what really holds value in life. and why Will feels unfulfilled by all the potential he has.
And then, boom, he clocks it, and then it hits the foul pole, and 35,000 fans, they charge the field,
Did you rush the field?
No, I didn't rush the field. I wasn't there.
What?
No, I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife.
You missed Pudge Fist's home run?
I don't regret the 18 years I was married to Nancy. I don't regret the 6 years I had to give up counseling when she got sick. And I don't regret the last years when she got really sick. And I sure as hell don't regret missing a damn game.
All of the success and value in the world isn't worth anything if you can't love and be loved. And Will isn't the only one that doesn't understand this at first. Lambo only values outward success. He's won prestigious awards and works at a famous university. But he surrounds himself with people that praise him, his research assistant, other professors, he even flirts with students. This is why he's devastated by Will's choices. Lambo has chosen to value things that don't bring him fulfillment. On the other hand, Sean chose at multiple times in his life to give up things of value, like going to the baseball game or having a more impressive career, so that he could spend more time with his wife, especially once she got sick. And he doesn't regret any of those choices because the fulfillment that relationship brought to his life. And now we come back to Will. Even though he has all this potential for success thanks to his abilities, it's all meaningless if he can't figure out how to love somebody without fear of rejection. In the end, Will makes a choice that might seem like he's not living up to his potential. He abandons the fancy job he's been offered and goes to live with Skylar in California. To someone like Lambo, this looks like failure, but in reality, this is the most challenging thing Will can do in his life. This is how he confronts what actually scares him. Good Will Hunting is a hopeful story because we get to see someone live up to their true potential, even if it's not the potential we see at first. Because at the end of the day, our highest potential isn't to achieve outward success, it's to find happiness. Because of the abuse he suffered early in life, Will has lived with a fear that prevents that happiness.
Hey, Will. I don't know a lot. You see this? This is not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Here, he makes a hopeful choice. There's no guarantee that things will work out with Skylar. He doesn't know if he might experience pain again, but he's taking the risk, despite that fear, to live up to his potential of happiness. And this is one of the interesting connections I noticed across all of our movie club picks this month. They all presented the idea that hope isn't something that happens to us, it's a choice we make even when it's difficult. In Little Miss Sunshine, we saw a family repeatedly encounter difficult circumstances. In the beginning, they were all unhappy, but as they accepted love and support from each other, their perspective changed, even though the circumstances did not. Similarly, in Life of Pi, the circumstances for the main character can't be changed. He experiences tragedy in his life no matter what. But we experience two entirely different versions of his story, and he makes the choice to embrace the one that allows him to remain hopeful. In Everything Everywhere All at Once, multiple characters come face to face with despair and nearly give up on life. Despite all the absurdity of the world we live in, they are able to make some sense of it by choosing to believe that kindness and love gives meaning to life. In 12 Angry Men, we saw the devastating reality of living in a world full of imperfect people. But in the end, we also saw that just one person making a more hopeful choice can inspire others to do the same. And in Good Will Hunting, we saw Will choose to hope despite his fears, to believe that by embracing Skylar, he could find happiness. In these stories, there isn't a magical solution to the problems that are presented, but the characters do a lot more than simply accepting their lot in life. They take action with the deliberate choice to hope that it will lead to better things ahead. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you Movie Club members. It's been such a blast hearing that you guys are actually watching the movies, discussing them, and some of you even get together and watch as a group. Shout out to Kira and her friends. I really appreciate the community we formed and the kind and engaging discussions we've had. None of this would be possible if it weren't for you, so thank you.
Do the little heart thing.
I am not going to do the hard
Just
thing.
do the
I don't know how to do
Like
it.
this.
And with that, we conclude our November Movie Club. I'll be announcing the movie lineup and theme for December tomorrow, so stay tuned. And if you want to stay in the know about Movie Club, you know where to go.